The baby's sleeping.
So we gotta be quiet. Actually,
no, we don't. Not really. He's in the other room. My mom is watching him. But we have about 2.5 hours in the day to like do stuff before he wakes up and needs a diaper change or needs to eat.
Today, we're gonna go over everything leading up to the day before she went into labor, the day she started going in labor, the night she started going into labor, and then our 3 days in the hospital and what that experience was like. So we're gonna talk about that now, and we will start with the day before.
I wake up the 23rd morning with this burst of energy. I wake up and I'm like, Ivor, we have 2 weeks left. We need to get shit done. We haven't packed up my hospital bag. We haven't got the car seat in. The nursery is not done. Like, nothing is done at this point.
We were slacking, to say the least.
We were? He was slacking.
No. I was fully convinced. I was fully convinced that we were going to have the baby on our due date. I was like, listen.
It's the same. I mean, that's the reason. That's why the doctors give you a due date, right? Because it's like, you give birth around your due date.
Yeah, I was like,
not
there's
2 weeks
no way
before.
this guy's coming early.
Anyway.
Like, there's no way.
Okay. I'm a planner. He is...
I'm more spontaneous.
He's more spontaneous. You guys have seen that video, getting ready for a newborn. That's the day, that's the night I went into labor. So I wake up this morning. If you haven't watched it, please go watch that. It's going to give this context. I wake up this morning with this burst of energy saying, Ivor, we need to get stuff done. Anyway, we're shooting this video all day. I feel completely normal. Like, I have no idea that I'm gonna go.
No, you're moving.
I'm bending. I'm like picking up stuff. I'm packing my hospital bag. I'm like, what can we do next? I'm like, give me more stuff to do. I was in the car putting the car seat. What else did we do? We put the crib together.
Yeah, we just like got the nursery together. Like overall, I think.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
it was an eventful day, to say the least.
It really was. No, we also joked. It was funny because we joked in the video twice. What if I go into labor like right now?
I feel like if you went into labor right now, we're a bit unprepared.
That's what I'm saying.
And so if you go into labor right now, like right this second, I feel like we're more prepared.
Yeah, we did. We just kind of like manifested it.
I did, yeah. I was like, what if you go to labor right now? And I was like, at least we're prepped.
We got everything done that day that we needed to get done, basically. We were feeling really prepared for the baby to come. We were like, okay, we feel a lot better. Little did we know that in 6 hours later, Alana would be waking me up and being like, Ive. 10 p.m. rolls around. And I'm like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. As we're going to bed, Alana's like, I'm like feeling like, I don't know, like I think it's those Braxton contractions.
To give it context, women get false contractions before they go into labor, like 2 weeks before, to prep them for labor. So they're not real contractions. So we thought it was that.
We've been talking about these Braxton contractions. It kind of rhymes. We've been talking about these Braxton contractions. We've been talking about these Braxton contractions for like 3 days because you were in and out. You're like, oh, I'm having Braxton contractions.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's not, you were not like in that much pain. It was just like a little uncomfortable for a second. I was fine. So with that, I was like, as we were going to bed, she's like, oh, I'm having Braxton contractions. And I'm like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to go to sleep. So I go to sleep. I guess she didn't sleep for the next 3 hours at all, right?
No, because from my perspective, I was getting these mini contractions and they kind of felt like period cramps. So I'm like, I'm not going to pay attention. This is obviously not labor. I'm telling myself that like labor is more painful because the internet and like movies and everything tells you that labor is painful. Like your water breaks and you're just like in excruciating pain. And I'm like,
you gotta rush to the hospital.
Yeah, and I'm not in excruciating pain. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to sleep. This is just like period cramps. Anyway, 3 hours.
I dozed off. For 3 hours.
I dozed off. I am sitting in bed.
Yeah, what was the breaking point?
I am sitting in bed and I'm like, okay, these are just getting worse and worse. Like, it's not getting better, it's not going. I haven't slept at all. This guy's passed out for 3 hours. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wake him up because these aren't going away. Like, I could easily be going into labor.
Which you were.
Which I was.
So I wake up. And that's at the moment in our last video where pick up the camera. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sleepy. I just kind of like talked to Alana. I was like, how are you feeling? She's like, I'm in a lot of pain. And in that moment, you feel like you're gonna be super prepared for everything. You're like, no, we're gonna labor at home for a little while and you'll be fine. We went into like a little bit of panic mode. We ended up packing up the car, getting ready, going to the hospital. We get to the hospital. I'm like, okay, well, like this baby's coming in like an hour. Like it's on its way. Like I'm thinking that in my head. The nurse and midwife come in and check on us and they're like, oh yeah, you guys are 2 centimeters dilated. We're like, okay, is that good? And so they're like, yeah, I mean, we kind of want you to be more like 5 centimeters dilated before you come to the hospital. So you can either stay here, like no problem at all, or you go back home, maybe labor for like another 8 to 10 hours. And I was like, all right.
Wait, I have to do this for 8 to 10 hours more?
I feel like most people watching this video know what contractions are and like what women go through.
But should we
I kind of knew. Basically, your wife is in excruciating pain for 30 seconds to 1 minute, and it comes in waves. It's like you're out in the ocean, right? And like a big wave comes in, a set comes in. And every like 5 minutes, this huge wave of pain comes.
Wait, I heard a pause. You're describing it really well. I feel like you felt my pain when you were going through it.
Yeah, it was rough, dude. Because I felt helpless in the situation. Like, you were going through so much pain and I didn't know what to do. And I would just like sit there and like look at you and be like, hold you and be like, okay, is it gone yet? The only thing I could do, which I did, was I went to the store and I got her a heating pad, and then I drew her a bath when we got home to like kind of ease things up a little bit. But
yeah, which actually helped. I labored at home taking all like the pain with no pain medication. They said that I could take an ibuprofen for pain. I didn't even take that.
yeah.
I'm like fully feeling these contractions at home, and the only thing that helped was this heating pad he got me, and also taking a warm bath.
Alana's on the couch, she's laying down. She's like, it's coming.
It's coming.
And then I get out my phone, I'm like,
It's
time. And then she's just like going through like pain. And I'm just sitting there like looking at the timer, looking up. Is it done? Is it done? All right, done. That was 45 seconds. And she's like, okay, time it again. Boom, now we're timing the rest, right?
Yeah, we're timing
That's like what we did for 8 hours straight.
Literally, we were like timing these contractions, like when should we go? Like when should we go to the hospital? There came a point where the contractions were still not very consistent, but something inside told me, I'm like, it's getting to a point that it's like, now it's excruciating pain.
And they were within the limit of us going to the hospital.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember Ivor telling me that by the time we got to the hospital, I was in so much pain that my eyes were rolling back.
yeah, it was pretty bad. You were in the car and your eyes were
I was
rolling
like-
in the back. I was like, oh my God.
Like
we
when I
gotta
was
get
getting
to
a
the hospital
contraction,
right
it
now.
was like excruciating me. So I was like, now it's time. I mean,
yeah.
if this isn't like active labor, I don't know what is, because it's really painful.
Now, we're going to the hospital. We're in the truck. We're flying. We're not flying. We're driving really safely, actually. I'm not panicking. We're driving safe. We have our seatbelts on. We're going slow. But we're going to the hospital. We get out of the car. I drop her off at the front, get her set up in the room, and then I have to go and like park the car because I was in like labor parking or whatever.
But at this point, I am exactly 5 centimeters dilated.
Yeah, they were super happy. They were like, perfect.
You guys came right on time. In those hours that we were in the hospital room, we're just like setting up the hospital room. We got a bunch of snacks, food. Ivor had a spa playlist ready and spa music, because we were just like, we wanted to make the hospital room as relaxing and homely as possible, right? Like we wanted dim lights. We just comfy.
Our room's big.
Yeah, we had a nice room.
Really nice, actually. Honestly, the hospital experience was amazing. Everybody that worked in the hospital that day just like exceeded every expectation.
best
Like
team.
the best people around us.
The best nurses, best doctors, best midwives, literally.
They were amazing. The hours leading up to the birth, there wasn't like a whole lot going on. Once we set up the room and I made her comfortable, the nurses would come and check on her every now and then, but we were just hanging out. Like I'd order some food, we were chilling, I was on the computer, Alana's taking naps, like it's just, we're just hanging, basically. Then there's that moment, like, I realized that I have to go get the cooler out of the car. So I started running to the car because we're keeping the placenta. I think a lot of people don't know why we kept the placenta, but basically there is this service where you keep your placenta, you put it in a cooler, and then this service comes and they pick it up and they encapsulate it. So they turn it into like little pills. They freeze dry. They do something, right?
Yeah.
They'll send those pills back to you, and you're supposed to take them after birth, and it's supposed to help with recovery and, you know, refill all your nutrients in your body and all that good stuff, right? It's supposed to be really good for you. We decided to do it. Not only did they give us pills, but they gave us like a bunch of other things. They gave us like memorabilia from the birth. They took River's umbilical cord. They wrapped it in like a gold plate and made a heart out of it.
So
it's
cute.
really cute.
We'll post a picture.
Yeah.
And they gave us a print of the placenta, like a painting.
Like a painting, like an ink painting type of thing.
But I feel like there's so many things that women experience post-birth that I didn't really experience. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm taking these pills. I don't know. But apparently you lose a lot of hair postpartum, but I haven't lost, like none of my hair's been falling out. And I also haven't had any major postpartum depression. I just think I had 2 or 3 days where I was low. I was like crying for no reason. I was like, why are you crying? And I'm like, I don't know why I'm crying.
I was actually really concerned. I was like,
no, he meant like, why are you sad? Not like that.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you sad? And I'm like, I don't know why.
He made it sound like I was like, why are you crying?
No, not like that. But I don't know, maybe that's because of these pills that I'm taking. You know, you never know. There was a few questions about if it was a C-section or natural. We're saying it now. We had a natural delivery, and I'm really happy because I really didn't want a C-section, because I think it's, you know, both are fine. But for me personally, I just feel like with a C-section, you take longer to recover.
All right. I'm gonna do my best to describe this situation without being too visually descriptive. Okay? Cut me a break here. All right? So, the midwife walks in, and this is where shit gets serious, okay? She walks in just like an Avenger. She's like, I'm getting this baby out right now. Alana is like up on the table, you know, I mean, as she is, and we're pushing. We're pushing hard, and we keep pushing. We get to 10 meters dilated, and...
It's 10 centimeters, not 10 meters.
10 centimeters. And at this point, like, like the atmosphere in the room, it's just quiet. Like, all I can hear is the nurses like whispering to each other, and then
the monitor going,
and then the
beep,
monitor
beep, beep.
just like the baby's heartbeat. That's all I can hear, because Alana's not really making noise.
I feel like I thought I would be a screamer. I was in so much pain that I didn't even have energy to scream. Like, all my energy was going in pushing, and it was like, it was quite a silent birth. The nurse also said that it was one of the most silent rooms she's been in, because women usually scream, but it was like really like quiet.
It was quiet. As
like in the footage that in the audio of the birth story, that you can't even hear me. You could just hear the nurses talking and like Iva saying push.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So yeah, we're pushing. Then finally there was this moment.
Hands out. Okay, there's no cord. Okay, give you a little push.
Push.
Get his shoulders look down. Out. Look down. Look at your baby. Oh, hi, baby. Look at your baby.
Bubble too.
Good job. Good job.
Wants to cry.
That's what you say. It's a boy.
Boy, he looks good.
Nothing can compare. Like, I can't compare any other experience in my life to that in that moment. And then seeing them put him on Alana's chest and do skin-to-skin contact. And it was funny. So like they put him on her chest, and Alana the whole time she's like trying to like look at him. She's like, I haven't seen his face. I haven't seen his face.
They literally put him on my chest, and I like his head's so close to me. And I'm like, I want to see him. Like, what's going on? At this point, like, everyone... And the best part is the nurses are discussing how he looks and how he's so cute. And I'm like...
He's got a butt chin.
Yeah, he is. And I'm like, can I see him?
Yeah,
so
you could... No, Alana couldn't see him.
Everyone's busy doing stuff. And I'm like, can someone show me my son? Like, I just want to see his face. He's just, like, stuck on my chest. Someone lift him. I want to see him.
At this moment, I just feel like we're just
Did you cut the cord? You cut the cord, right?
Yes, then I cut the cord. The midwife, she basically, like, puts the cord in front of me. She gives me scissors. She's like, cut the cord. So I go to cut it. And it's like kind of tough. You know, I thought it was just gonna be.
I don't know if you're gonna put this.
I thought it was just gonna be like a quick little snip, like nothing. Like I went in, it was like, oh damn, and I had to go again. And it was like I snapped it off. After that, they moved us to a postpartum room.
We were in 3 different rooms in 3 different days. So they basically had a pre-labor room, which is the one that we were getting checked at. Then they moved us to the active labor room, which is the birth room. And then they moved us to the postpartum ward, which is where we spend most of our days. We spent 2 days in this postpartum care, even though I felt like we were okay going home. But they keep you not to check you, but they keep you to check the baby. There was a bunch.
Okay. We were not okay. Okay, so they let me tell you why. They sent us to this postpartum room, and you don't realize, okay, you got this baby now, right? And if they just like left you alone, you would be in trouble.
Yeah, actually he's right. Actually he's right.
You would be
let me correct myself. I felt physically okay to go home within a day. But it was almost like the emotional and educational support that they gave us in those 2 days after that really prepped us.
Oh, like we needed it so bad.
We had lactation consultants come in, and they taught me how to breastfeed. They taught us how to pump. They taught Iva how to wash pumps. Like the postpartum care was so good. Like I couldn't get over like how good it was. They basically teach you everything you need to know before you go home. And in those
To take care of the baby.
To take care of the baby, you know. How to change a diaper. These nurses are coming and showing Ivor exactly how to do this, how to wipe him down. I really want the baby to be breastfed. And yeah.
And he's fed. Let me tell you, this guy can eat.
We actually went for a doctor's appointment yesterday, and they said that he's
in like
he's gained
top
so much
echelon
weight.
of weight gain and baby development apparently. So that's good.
He's went from like almost 6 point something pounds to like 8 almost.
No, when he was born, he was 1 ounce under 7 pounds. So
almost 7.
I think it's 613. And then he's now at like 9 pounds.
He's getting chubby anyway.
Which is insane. So he's starting to get rolls, bro. He's starting to look like the Michelin Man. He's starting to look like the Michelin Man.
It's kind of cute. Also, I'm sure people are wondering why the only person that came to the hospital was Ivor's mom. We did go into labor 2 weeks earlier, and everyone had their flight tickets booked around the 7th. So my mom was supposed to come. The only person that could make it was Ivor's mom, because she stays in Arizona and she's an 8-hour car ride away, so she still missed the birth, but she could come the next day. So sadly, you just can't plan these things. And my mom wishes she was there, but she got on the next flight. And yeah, we just had family come over in waves over the next week. Ivor's sister.
Yeah, my sister,
Raisa.
husband came, Raisa came.
My dad and Ahan are coming.
My dad's coming this week.
His dad's coming this week. So everyone's coming in waves, which is kind of nice, because with a newborn, it's a little like, it can get
hectic.
Overwhelming. We've just been in,
We've been in mom and dad mode for the last 3 weeks.
I was really going to say that, you read my mind. I was going to say we've been in mom and dad mode.
Yeah, we have been.
We are fully sleep deprived. I don't really care. I've also been in heaven. It's like a mixture of being in heaven and sleep deprived.
Yeah, it's like it took a few nights for my body to accept what was going on.
He had a tougher time because he loves his sleep. I
love my sleep. So like the first 3 nights I'd wake up and like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna die. Like I might die. Like I might not even make it. But Alana was like so strong.
I was googling how long can you survive without sleep?
Yeah, and then Alana was like so strong, she was fine. And then after 3 days, my body's like fully adjusted there.
My mom brain kicked in. Like even though my body's telling me to sleep, if he's hungry, my body will wake me up 10 minutes before he wakes up when he's hungry. It's crazy. It's like something in me.
Well, he was in you.
Yeah, he was. Like,
so like that little part
so
of you is over there. So now
so
you
like,
gotta
I'm like
with it.
I'm like living on no sleep, but I'm also like every time I look at him, I'm just like so happy. Like I don't even care.
Yeah, I know. It's the best feeling.
It's the same with you. Like
yeah, it's the best.
You
feeling.
wake up sleepy and then you're feeding him, you're looking, and you're like I don't.
Like I can't even stop kissing this dude. Like he's like I want to eat him up. Like I want to eat his cheeks. I want to eat his hands.
The next vlog is gonna be. You guys are probably gonna see him. It's gonna be my mom and Rice. Yeah, the family seeing him for the first time. So stay tuned. And we're gonna try to get as much as we can out there with this little man. Things are gonna be a little slow, but we're trying.
We'll get into a routine here soon. We'll figure it out. You know, we're first-time parents. We're figuring it out. You know, I'm a little tired. You want to take a nap? I'm kidding. I want to take a nap.
We can't. You defeat him.
All right, let's go feed the baby. You might as well let's go. We'll see you guys. We're gonna go feed the baby.